So I'm just gonna quickly pour my Robertson. Let's talk and drink. Let's talk and drink. If you're at home and you also have a glass of wine, grab that glass of wine because baby, we are about to get lit. So they say you must never fill up the glass, you know that, right? But now I'm dying.
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi.
What is good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, then smash the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video, baby. Today I am back with another lit video, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about the myths that South Africans have about Zimbabwe. So how did I come up to these myths? What happened is I was asking people around the community where I stay, random people, about the things they've heard about Zimbabwe or about Zimbabweans. And I also asked my colleagues that I work with, and I also asked my friends on WhatsApp. I asked a few people on social media who follow me on my Instagram, my friends on Instagram, about the myths they've heard about Zimbabwe. So what I did is I had a lot of myths. People told me a lot of myths, and then I just decided to come up with the top 8 that were common that I heard from people, because people say the same, some people say the same things over and over again. So I decided, okay, so this is generally the myths that South Africans have about Zimbabwe. So I came up with 8. I reduced them to 8, and only I am going to be speaking about the common ones that I heard from people. So guys, the myths that I heard, the things I heard about us Zimbabweans, yo, I am not happy. I'm not happy. So this video is going to be lit. I even came here with my Robertson wine because it's gonna be lit, guys. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be nice, guys. Wait and hear what they say about us. And I also have my wine glass here, so I'm just gonna quickly pour my Robertson. Let's talk and drink. Let's talk and drink. If you're at home and you also have a glass of wine, grab that glass of wine because baby, we are about to get lit. So they say you must never fill up the glass, you know that, right? But now I'm dying. I would have filled it up if I wasn't on camera, but then gotta keep up appearances. Let me sip. This is the good stuff, guys. If you don't love red wine, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, let's get down into the video quickly. So myth number 1 that I heard about Zimbabwe. Number 1, they say that there are no airports in Zim. There are no airports. We don't have airports. We don't have an airport. Let me say an airport. At least one. We don't have an airport in Zim. Someone said we don't have. Guys, what sort of a country doesn't have an airport? I know that our economy might be bad, right? But to an extent of us not having an airport. So how are Zimbabweans that are living overseas in the UK, Australia, Canada, Zimbabwe are all over the globe, guys. So how are they traveling to overseas if there's no airport from Zim? How are they traveling from overseas to visit their families in Zim, from Zim to overseas? How are they traveling? By bus, maybe, to go overseas? So that myth is totally wrong. We do have an airport in Zimbabwe. We do have, where aeroplanes land. We have it because people have to go overseas. People have to travel the world. So we need an airport as a country. So that myth number 1, it's wrong. I'm giving it an X. That myth, please take it out of your mind. If there's someone who also had that myth and thought maybe in Zim we don't have an airport, we do have an airport. Myth number 2 was we don't have shops like OK, Jet, Wimpy in Zimbabwe. Guys, Zimbabwe is a country. There are people living in that country. So we need to have grocery shops. we need to have food outlets. So that myth number 2 is also wrong. We do have Wimpy in Zimbabwe. We do have shops like OK. Of course, we also have other shops that are not here in South Africa. Grocery shops, maybe like TM. We have TM in Zimbabwe. I don't know if I've never came across TM in South Africa. I stand to be corrected if there's TM in South Africa. I'm just giving one example. So we also have those shops that are not in South Africa, and also the shops that are here in South Africa, some of them we don't have them in Zim. But then shops like OK are there. I've seen Jet in Zimbabwe. I've seen Wimpy in Zimbabwe. So of course we're not going to have similar shops like in South Africa, both in South Africa and Zimbabwe, because these are two different countries. There are some shops that are in Zimbabwe that are not here, and that are here that are not in Zimbabwe. But definitely we do have shops also that are similar to South Africa. Some shops like the ones I mentioned, I just mentioned a few, like Jet, Wimpy, and OK. And also I know a shop, I don't really remember much about Zim because I left there a long time ago, but then there are shops like Topics. I remember it was a clothing store in Zim. It is there, but it is not here in South Africa. I've never seen a Topics, but that doesn't mean that we are living in the dark. I'm just trying to get the point out there that we can have shops in Zim that are not here in South Africa. We can also have shops in South Africa that are not in Zim. That doesn't mean that we are living under a rock. So myth number 2 is also totally wrong. Myth number 3 is all Zimbabweans are educated, and Zimbabweans are the most educated nationals in Africa. Well, I'm not going to dispute the fact that Zimbabweans are generally educated. Yes, we're generally educated. But when you say all, no, not all, but most, yes. All is wrong. Most Zimbabweans are educated. That is right. How I can correct the statement that all Zimbabweans are educated? Zimbabweans are industrious. Zimbabweans are hardworking. That is very true. I can safely say for all Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans are just industrious people, right? That is not a myth. That is a fact. The myth is on all. It's not all, it's most. Zimbabweans are educated. So that myth was half true. Half true. The wine is so good, guys. I wish y'all could join me. I mean, who else loves sweet red wine? Because I do. Myth number 5 is Zimbabweans don't bath. Guys, this one I have to sip wine. This was a very common one. Zimbabweans don't bath. I don't bath. This one hit deep. I don't want to lie. And it was so common, guys. Like, Zimbabweans don't bath. Guys, we do bath. I mean, hello. That myth, I'm also gonna say it's totally wrong. We do bath, guys. Zimbabwean people do bath. We might not dress that good. We might love dressing in dark colors. I've noticed that Zimbabweans love dressing in dark colors. Gray, black, especially men. I'm talking about men especially. Black, gray, navy blue. They love such colors. But does that mean that someone doesn't bath? We do bath, guys. Liking dark colors doesn't mean we don't bath. Not dressing too nice doesn't mean that we don't bath. I mean, wearing long skirts with techies doesn't mean we don't bath. We do bath. Please, that myth is totally wrong. Please, that one hit me deep. I was like, oh my god, how can they say this about my country, that we don't bath? Also, another thing I heard was Zimbabweans don't know how to use, they don't know how to use roll-on. I don't know. Myth number 6 was Zimbabweans are poor. You got that one wrong, Shem. Zimbabweans are poor. Well, I do agree. Zimbabwe has an economy that is shrinking, and it is led by hyperinflation. That's how the economy is. Of course, it's gonna make employment to be very, very difficult. People are gonna find it hard to get employment, and of course, it's gonna be very difficult for entrepreneurs because the economy is is shrinking, and there's always hyperinflation. So imagine how it's going to impact entrepreneurs. So I can say people struggle a bit because of that, because of the shrinking economy and unemployment. Well, that is in Zim. That's what I can say. And then here in South Africa, where the economy is fairly okay, people are working, you know. If I can generalize, most of my videos are about generalization. Generalizing Zimbabweans in South Africa, Zimbabweans are not poor. They're not struggling. I can't say siyasokola to that extent of saying we are poor. We are fairly okay. Most Zimbabweans are just average people when they're living, of course, in countries that is not Zimbabwe. They're fairly okay. They're living a fairly okay life, an average life. And even the ones in Zim, we can't say they're poor. The economy is affecting a small population. It's not like it's affecting every Zimbabwean. There are Zimbabweans who are doing so well back at home. So I don't know how people came to the conclusion that Zimbabweans are poor. I'm not disputing the fact that there are some Zimbabweans who come and sell on the streets, sell veggies, sell brooms and all that. Yes, it is there in South Africa. But does that small population now define the whole of Zimbabweans that we are all struggling? Most Zimbabweans are degree holders, and most Zimbabweans who leave the country are working very, very good jobs or fairly okay jobs. So they can't be poor. They are just average people. Myth number 7 was Zimbabweans steal ID books, the green ID books, to occupy higher positions. I didn't understand that statement. They said to occupy higher levels, higher positions. Kanjan. How do you steal someone's ID? How do they do it? If there's someone with information about this, name more information about it, because I tried to research about it. I did not get anything. If you know something about this, please leave it in the comment section. Let us know, guys. I'm sure we're talking here. Here we chit chat, we talk, right? So if you have any information about it, let us know. Wine is kicking in. So let me quickly talk about the last myth before I start talking nonsense. The last myth is Zimbabweans are very, very strong with witchcraft. I think witchcraft is just there all over Africa, not only Africa. Witchcraft is there. So I'm sure every country has witchcraft. It's there, it exists. We can't say that there's no witchcraft. It's there. So I have a few stories that I was told by people that I'm just going to tell you guys quickly. So someone said that there's a lady who sells basins around where they stay in Mpumalanga. She sells basins, and they say that lady, if you don't pay her money on time, the lady will turn into a snake. Yeah, guys. I don't know, you guys give us so much credit when it comes to witchcraft, but that lady turns into a snake if you don't pay her money, guys. So if you are planning on getting credit from me, if you are planning on borrowing money from me, and you don't pay me back, and you don't pay me back my money, I'll turn into a snake, I assure you. And then story number 2 that I heard on the witchcraft is they said if you go to Zimbabwe as a foreigner, these are the stories I was told by people that I actually asked. They said if you go to Zimbabwe as a foreigner and you have a child, they'll eat up your child as a sacrifice. They only like foreigners' kids. And then if you don't have a child, they take you. Guys, some stories that you believe, do you actually believe those stories? Do you actually believe them when they tell you those stories? And the story number 3 was, you see that church Zalwane, the people who wear white, all white, they say those people are actually not Bazalwane, they practice Satanism. That one is so false. I can safely tell you that is so false. I grew up where my grandparents went to a Bazalwane church where they were wearing full white and they were totally Christians, and I grew up in such a church. I don't want to lie, guys. Where do you get so much information? That one is so false. I can safely say it's false. And then another story was most Zimbabweans that actually cross the border and come and work this side are actually ghosts. But they are ghosts, guys, working for their bosses. Some stories, they don't make sense. Mhlawumbe I'm also a ghost. Who knows? Who knows? And then the last story I want to tell you was they said there was a Malawian guy working for a Zimbabwean guy in Zimbabwe. So the Malawian guy was chased away from work and told him to go to his country. So he was having a house in Zim. They said that when that happened, the following day when they woke up, the house was not there where the guy used to stay. There was no house, there was nothing, just land, and the guy was gone. Now my question is, was that Zim witchcraft or it was Malawian witchcraft? I want to know. Write down in the comment section what you think. Was that Zim witchcraft or Malawian? Because there are two nationalities involved here. So I want to know. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down in the comment section and hit the subscribe button, guys. You're almost at 2k subscribers, so just push me. Let's get to 2k subscribers. And you can leave your suggestions in the comment section about the videos you want me to talk about next. As for me, I'm just going to finish up my wines, and as you can see, it's gonna be a long night. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.